Hey BoLS fans, welcome to another BoLS review. This is AdamHarry, and today I have the new Dust Tactics hardcover. If you're familiar at all with Dust or Dust Tactics, this should get you excited because it's a refresh of the game that will appeal to a lot of the older players because it adds a new playstyle for you to experiment with, and it's still going to feel very familiar to Dust Tactics from before. If you have no idea what Dust Tactics is, this is a great launching point for you to get started. So, before I dive into the book, what it is exactly, the book itself is of 110 pages, full color. It's going to run you about 30 bucks, so it's super cheap to get into, and it's actually got some really cool stuff. So let me crack it open and we'll get started. The first thing I wanted to point out was this book actually has two game systems in one. It uses the overlap a lot. So you've got Dust Tactics on the left here, which is the grid-based, square-based play mats that come with these starter boxes, and then on the flip side you have Dust Battlefield, which is where you play on the big table with all of your toys, and it's kind of a 3D, you know, real terrain, real movement, stuff like that. You actually use it inches, and it all converts over super easy. The neat thing is, again, both systems use the same miniatures. Dust Tactics core rules are the exact same, so if you know how to play Tactics on the little board, you can play it on the big map, no problem. Use the same dice, the same Dust dice, and they have special dice for that. They're still D6s, but it's a faction marker, a hit or crosshairs, and a shield. I'll get into that later. And then the optional advanced rules only apply to Battlefield. So that's just more of the intricacies of movement and stuff like that. So again, two game systems in one box or one book. It's really cool so far to get started. And again, Dust Tactics, that's going to be your entry level stuff right out of the box, so you can start playing that stuff. Battlefield's when your collection gets a little bit bigger and you want to play with everything. Alright, I wanted to point out the contents of the book, but also point out some of the artwork. Again, it's a full color book, but the contents, you have the first section, which is Dust Tactics, the next section, which is Dust Battlefield, or Dust Tactics Battlefield, the big game, and then all the extra rules as well. But again, Dust is set in 1947. The war still isn't over yet. There's three factions. You've got your allies, the Sino-Soviet Union, and of course the Axis powers. So again, quick intro to the game. 1947, war's not over. This is what the world looks like right now. Obviously, Allies in blue, the Axis is in gray, which is located mostly in Europe, and the Sino-Soviet conglomerate there, the Sino-Soviet Union, everywhere else. But basically what happened is in 1930 something, an alien spaceship crash landed in Antarctica, introduced a new power source, new source of power for everybody, and the war didn't end. Adolf Hitler got assassinated in 1943, and with that, the Axis was able to rebound and kind of take back over. So, you know, consolidate their power and still put up a fight. That's why the war's still going on. But it's set in a kind of weird world, weird science fiction setting, but it's the weird war stuff. I kind of like this alt history stuff. I was a big fan of Hellboy because it's kind of the same vein, but it's that alt history, you know, Cthulhu, not really, but sort of type game. So it's got some cool stuff in it. So the 1940s super science is kicked in again. It's got the alien energy. It's not so much in the occult or demon stuff. It's mostly just super science. The alien energy has enabled them to create zombies, intelligent animals like gorillas that run around, also enable them to power these walker suits, and they have their own type of superheroes run around. One of the Russian units is a guy, basically, he's kind of like Iron Man. He's flying around in some super armor, power armor, shooting lasers and stuff. So it's just a fun retro sci-fi setting. It's good stuff. So if you have any, you know, check out their website. It's dust-tactics.com. To read up on it. It's a really fun setting. If you're a history buff or history major or anything like that, it's fun to kind of play around with that all history. So give it a shot on the backstory there. But let's go check out some more of the book. Alright, so check out more of this stuff. Again, super cool walkers. Three factions. There's the ally stuff here. I'm just going to flip through some of these pages because I do like the artwork and the way they combine some of the live action shots with not live action, but the model shots, stage shots with some of the artwork there is pretty cool. Just the different factions give you kind of a feel for them. So, but what else I wanted to point out was, again, it's an intro to Dust Tactics, the board game, basically. With when you get a box set, a starter box, you actually get a play mat as well, and it's got this big squares that you play everything off of. But once you learn the game in Dust Tactics, It's pretty simple. Everything's got a stat card, which you can also get on their website. If you have some of the older models, it's still supported. You can get the cards from their website for free, or you can buy deck boxes, but that's a whole nother review. But anyway, yeah, you go from here. It's a grid-based system for movement and shooting and ranges and stuff like that. Pretty simple to get through. If you're familiar with any type of wargaming, you're going to pick this up super duper quick. But the cool thing is, once you learn the base game, then you can hop into the next part of it, which is the Dust Battlefield section. And again, it's a super easy conversion to go from Dust Tactics to the Dust Tactics Battlefield. Let me go over to some of these pages I have marked off to show you guys exactly how easy it is. Same unit stats, same unit cards, everything comes over, but here's the cool part about it. You have your basic movement right there, right? Boom, it now converts everything over for you in inches. So it goes, you know, 1 movement rating equals 4 inches, etc., etc. It goes on up to 24 movement rating equals 96 inches. So most of the games take place on a typical, for Battlefield anyway, most of the game takes place on a typical 6x4 board. So no surprises there. The next thing is, same deal with shooting. It's about the same attack ranges. I believe it's, again, 1 inch, or range 1 is 4 inches, and it goes up from there. Same stats. If you're familiar with the system at all, it's got armor pen and damage and stuff like that. So no surprise there. Once you learn tactics, you can play Battlefield. That's the recurring theme with this review. It's 2 games in 1. It's a great intro, and then as you get more advanced into the system, boom, you can play bigger games on a big map. So. And again, the last couple sections here I wanted to show off. Again, this is the advanced section, so it's more rules, more advanced stuff, because the movement's slightly different, because now you're moving in inches instead of moving units in squares. So no big shock there. But again, full color, it looks really cool. There's some cool pictures I kept stumbling across. It's got different scenarios and all that fun stuff for you to play, different ways to set up and deploy. Pretty simple. And then it goes into, this book also has the different platoons and some of that, how to build a platoon, how to build an army list, basically, and different examples of those things. And then the final thing I wanted to show off, again, all 3 factions are represented, is the special rules. Same movement stuff, the different ranges, no shock there, but then just different weird thing. There's the Iron Man guy I was talking about, he's pretty sweet. He's not really Iron Man because he's Russian, but whatever. So it's just different stuff, you know, bombing units or whatever, artillery strikes, assassin rules, stuff like that, first strike, flying, guerrillas. Yes, there are guerrillas that fight in this game. It's pretty cool. So anyway, that's pretty much it. They also have some unique, this is a cool picture actually I want to show off. It's a zombie with a chainsaw, buzzsaw thing. Yeah, watch out for him. Anyway, there's also flyers in this game, or hovers, however you want to call them, or how you want to look at that index, obviously. And then they have their own unique templates. These are different than any other game I've seen. I mean, you can see that the flame template, the blast template, yeah, but these flame templates are shaped really cool. So again, website, dust-tactics.com. Check them out. It's a cool game. I'm hoping to get some reviews up, some battle reports up of us playing. Got a couple of the box sets that we picked up, so I definitely want to show those off. So again, this is AdamHarry BoLS, another review for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.